With all the talk of James Gunn finally selecting David Corenswet and Rachel Brosnahan as his Superman and Lois Lane for the DCU's 2025 film Superman Legacy, let's not lose sight of what has been a terrific Superman property, the CW's Superman and Lois, and the changes in the upcoming Season 4 that, unfortunately, likely mean it will be its last. Stay tuned for the video. Anachronic. Hi comic book guys and gals, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. Superman and Lois has been one of the best comic book related television series. In my view, the best of the DC shows. Yes, better than Arrow or Flash overall. Season 3 rocked. But the last two episodes were mind-blowing. Lex Luthor showed up at the end of the Bruno Mannheim story and the family drama of Lois's cancer fight. These last two episodes with Luthor made an already terrific third season the very best for the show. It makes waiting for season 4 to see what happens almost unbearable, to say the least. The CW renewed Superman and Lois for season 4, which is awesome because I wasn't sure they would. But it's not all good news because there will be some trade-offs and some other things that might mess with the quality of next season. Let me explain what went down and why I'm worried that season 4 might adversely be impacted by the behind-the-scenes stuff. Warning. There will be spoilers for episodes 12 and 13, so if you haven't seen the last two episodes of season 3, go watch them and come back later. So, after spending almost 2 decades in jail, Lex Luthor finally got out when Bruno Mannheim confessed to killing boss Moxie. Luthor wasted no time and headed straight to the Kent farm, where he confronted Lois and Clark. He blames Lois for ruining his reputation and putting him in jail with a false article and warned that Superman would pay for putting him behind bars. Luthor's chance for revenge came when he discovered Bizarro, who was a key to season 2, alive and hiding in Mannheim's old lair. Mannheim was using him to try and find a cure for his wife's cancer. Bizarro was starving and scared, but Luthor offered him a deal. He would protect him and make him stronger if Bizarro agreed to help him. Bizarro accepted, and they began Luthor's sinister plan. You see, Luthor discovered that based on Mannheim's experiments, every time Bizarro was killed, he resurrected and became stronger. Luthor killed him so many times that Bizarro's body got scarred and changed. He grew bigger. His skin started turning gray. The show Superman and Lois showed us what Luthor was doing. He was making Bizarro into Doomsday. And we all know Doomsday is a bad guy strong enough to kill Superman. Luthor confronts Superman and Doomsday appears, ready to kill Superman. He was stronger than Superman and hit him so hard that Superman's heart stopped for a while. Superman wakes up and flies with Doomsday to the moon to finish the fight. The season ends with Doomsday and Superman flying at each other to punch hard, so we don't know what will happen next. This storyline clearly reminds us of the comic book The Death of Superman, where both Doomsday and Superman die, and the world had to cope without Superman for a while. Maybe Superman and Lois is going for something like that. It would be awesome since it's one of the best Superman stories ever. Of course, it might not happen that way. Superman and Lois likes to put its own spin on things, like here, with Luthor transforming Bizarro into Doomsday. So the show could surprise us with something different. Either way, I'm super hyped, especially as a huge fan of Superman. I admit though, I'm a bit scared about Superman and Lois taking on such a big story, but the writers and producers have been amazing so far, so I trust them. So all looks good. why am I a bit worried about season 4? Specifically, the reduced budget, which I believe was the trade-off in order to have a season 4. Superman and Lois has been a hit with fans and critics alike, but it seems like the show is facing some challenges in its 4th season. Not only will it have 10 episodes instead of 13 or more, but it wraps up the season with some changes in minor characters. Now, they're not as big as the clash between Superman and Doomsday, but they're part of what makes Superman and Lois unique. It's the smaller, more personal stories that get the most praise, and what keeps the show interesting when it can't afford to have Superman flying and fighting all the time. Sadly, we found out that soon after Superman and Lois renewed for season 4, most of the show's supporting cast will be gone. The budget cuts will affect almost everyone except for the main Kent family. Now, a few may return for an episode or two, but Sam Lane, Lana Lang, John Henry Irons, Chrissy, Kyle, Sarah, they'll no longer be regulars. Also, I'm concerned that the Luthor Doomsday storyline, if the showrunners follow the death of Superman comic book story, may result in no Superman for a few of the already short 10-episode season. Now, this will clearly save some money because no Superman means much less CGI. So I'm happy that the show is coming back and that the cliffhanger makes it certain that fans will show up to see the fight between the Man of Steel and Doomsday. But will the show be able to maintain its high standards with these changes? Yeah, I'm worried that Superman and Lois might lose some of its charm and appeal in season 4. The show has been praised for its balance of action, drama, humor, and family dynamics. But how will it keep up what made it so special with fewer episodes, the loss of so many regulars, and possibly less Superman airtime? Might this negatively affect the possibility of a season 5? Let me throw in that DC, James Gunn in particular, may not want another Superman out there competing with his reboot in 2025. Just saying. I guess we'll have to wait and see what season 4 has in store for us. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the upcoming season 4 and whether it will be the show's last season. Thanks for watching. Be well, and I'll see you soon.